Hello everyone, this is Kama. Welcome to the awesome world of Kamadacity. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Tell me something, do you believe in ghosts? Well, today I want to share with you an experience that I had with two ghosts. Now, I know what you're saying. Come on, what kind of question is that? Every sensible person knows that ghosts are real, right? Around the world, people have different names for ghosts. Some people call them spirits. In the Caribbean, some places in the Caribbean, they call them jumbies. In Jamaica, where I'm from, we call them Duppies, in addition to other things. Now, some persons believe that ghosts are actually the spirits of humans who were alive, and when they die, the spirit lingers for a time and then it goes somewhere else, wherever. Other persons believe that ghosts are actually entities unto themselves, right? And some believe that they can haunt places for decades, even hundreds of years in some cases. Now, before I go on to tell you about the actual experience where I saw two duppies, two ghosts in my adult life, I want to take you back a little bit to my childhood and share some experiences because listen, me and ghosts, we go way back, right? Now, I believe myself to be a gifted person, a very spiritual person, and so I think that's one of the reasons why I had all of these encounters. Now, as a child, I never saw any ghosts, but I always felt the presence. Now, I could be, I grew up in a very large family. So we would be in our bedroom, the children's room, you would have like two beds, and the cousins and siblings would be on the bed sleeping, and I would be the only one who would have an encounter, or at least that I know of. I never heard of anybody else saying that they had an encounter. So what would have actually happened with me was I would be sleeping, and you'd feel this presence pressing down on you, squeezing your throat, just there. I wouldn't actually see anything. Now I know persons are going to say, this is sleep paralysis. In the science world, this is used to explain away these experiences that people have. The notion that sleep paralysis occurs, when you're shifting, either you're extremely exhausted and drifting off to sleep, or you're just waking up and your spirit is actually aligned with the body, so you will have this sensation of having someone sitting on you and holding you down. But that aside, I know that I experienced a lot of those things as a child, and I would wake up almost every night from these experiences. I'd run to my grandmother or run to somebody and ask them to stay up with me. So it got so bad actually that and this was in Red Hills. For those who don't know, Red Hills is in rural St. Andrew, the parish of St. Andrew in Jamaica, way up in the hills. And it got so bad that my family thought that it would affect my studies. This waking up in the night, can't sleep, just feeling this presence or these presences. So they decided that they would let me stay with another relative further away, so down the hill, off the hill. So they took me miles away to same place in St. Andrew, but several miles away. And well, these ghosts decided that no, you're not going to run from me. We're going to trail you. They trailed me. I don't know, maybe they used their ghost GPS or something, and they found me where I was hiding. and the same thing kept happening. So I would have these, feeling this presence, and almost every night, this would happen. So eventually, when I was in probably 5th form, I went to Montego Bay to spend the summer with a relative of mine, and I was saying, okay, this is Montego Bay. This is really, really far from Kingston, right? You can't find me down here. And I was there for a while enjoying my time in Montego Bay, and lo and behold, yeah, you guessed it, they found me. They tracked me down again. Or maybe it was a different set, because like I said, I'm a very spiritual person, so maybe the resident ghosts in Montego Bay, they picked up on that vibes, and they said, okay, this is someone who we need to stay around. So I just was tormented for a huge chunk of my childhood having these experiences. Now, the actual incident that occurred where I saw 2 ghosts, or what I believe were ghosts, this happened in about 2003. In about 2003, one of my children had to be at the children's hospital, had surgery, and so I was staying there. I think we spent about 2 nights there, 2 or 3 nights there. So I would pretty much be at the bedside right through the night, just go home for a short time to freshen up and right back there. So I was pretty exhausted. And one of the nights, around maybe about 2 or 3 a.m., I left the ward and I went to use the bathroom. Now the bathroom is away from the ward, near to the outside area, right? So I went to the bathroom and someone else was in the bathroom. So I stood there and the person came out. Now I saw 2 little boys there. They were standing up waiting to use the bathroom. So I stood behind them and, allowing them to go get their turn. So they went in together, and I was saying to myself, why the 2 of them going together? But then I said, children, and it didn't even occur to me at the time to say, why are they out here at this hour anyway? I know it's a children's hospital, but if you're a child on the ward, you wouldn't be using this bathroom. None of this was, because I was just so tired and didn't want to be there. I hate hospitals. So I just wanted everything to be over. And so they went in, closed the door, and I was out there standing up, waiting for them to come out. So I was there and I was saying, why are they taking so long in the bathroom? I need to use the bathroom. Stood there about 5 minutes past, they don't come out. 10 minutes past, they don't come out. I think I waited about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I wasn't checking or anything, but it was a good amount of time. So this other lady came and she stood up beside me and she said, somebody's in the bathroom? I said, yes, 2 little boys in there. I'm waiting on them to come out. So she stand up beside me and she's waiting, and we wait for another long time. And she said, no man, I wonder if something happened to them. So she pulled the door and went in, and there was nobody in the bathroom. There was absolutely nobody in the bathroom. So I said, no, this can't be right. So I went in and I looked, nobody was in the bathroom. So there were two ladies who work on the compound. Maybe they were ancillary workers. So they were sitting close by. So I was so shocked. I went to them and I said, didn't you see 2 little boys go in the bathroom? Because the other lady didn't believe me, right? She was saying, I'm crazy. I'm standing out here waiting for the bathroom and nobody's in the bathroom. So I said to the 2 ancillary workers, didn't you see the 2 boys go in there? So the two of them, they just looked at each other and they shrugged. It's like they're saying, what? So I said, no, I was standing here. Two boys went in before me, and I was waiting on them to come out. So they said, lady, this is normal. This happens all the time. This happens all the time. Children die here every day. And when they're ready, they do these things. And they were just so casual about it, as if we're used to this, it's no big deal. No, I was just totally out of it, because even with all the experiences I had as a child, I had never seen anything that I would say, this is a ghost. I've felt things, which I kind of reasoned away. And speaking of reasoned away, when I told my children's dad what happened, when I got home and I told him, he said, you were very tired, you were exhausted. I think you were hallucinating. I think your mind just playing tricks on you because you were so exhausted. And it could be. I mean, these things do happen. People see things that are not there. But I actually saw these two boys. I saw them and I was waiting on them to come out, and they did not come out. No, I'm not afraid. Last year, I wrote a book entitled Ghosts Are Really, Really Stupid. You can go on Amazon and check out that book. It's actually, of all the 28 books I've written so far, this is actually my favorite book. I just feel a deep bond with this book, even deeper than my autobiography or any other of the novels that I've written. Ghosts Are Really, Really Stupid. And it talks about children when they die. It's a story about children when they die. So you can check that book out. But when I was writing that book, I was up in the wee hours of night, just me alone in that room, the room where I do my writing, most of my writing. And I didn't feel afraid. And I'm generally not afraid, right? Because whether these are remnants of people who lived here, remnants lingering until such and such a time till they're ready to leave, or they are entities unto themselves, it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is, they have a right to be here. They have a right to be here. We share this universe, all of us. And we have a right we the living, have a right to be here as well. And we should exercise that right. We can't live in fear. So they got their chance to live. We have our chance to live. And that's how I look at it. I'm not afraid. I don't live my life in fear. And I've not had those experiences since in my adult life. For whatever reason, I've not had those experiences. But these entities, if they do exist, allow them their moment. Allow them their moment. They have their right. As long as they don't try to drive terror into you, then they're crossing your boundaries, and you need to take a stand and say, no. I have my right to be here, and I will exercise that right. Now, let me ask you though, have you ever seen a ghost, or have you had similar experiences? Have you felt a presence? Comment and let me know, what that was like. What and how do you view this whole topic of ghosts? Are you afraid? What if you were to encounter one? What do you think you would do? Now, I know my Caribbean people, you're going to have lots of stories. My Jamaican people, you're going to have a truckload of stories. As Shabarangs would say, a trailer load of Duppy stories. Because, we have our encounters probably more than anybody else. So, drop your comments. Let me know what you think of my experience. Did I really see them? Was it the exhaustion, having to be there waiting, the trauma of your child going into emergency surgery, setting up by the bedside, 2, 3 nights. Was that the reason why I thought I saw something? What do you think? Or did I really see those two boys go into the bathroom and not come out? Tell me what you think. And as usual, like, share, subscribe, and catch me next time. Take care.